Imagine this for a second. You're a kid, maybe 10, 12 years old, tucked into bed in your Tennessee home, middle of the night,
Okay.
and you're suddenly jolted awake. There's this frantic sound, like a rat gnawing, right there on your
Oh,
bedpost.
wow. Yeah, that's creepy.
So you sit up,
It-
right, maybe put your feet on the floor, and poof, the sound vanishes, gone.
Okay.
But the moment you lie back down, it starts again, only now it's louder, kind of more desperate sounding. It's just chilling.
That specific detail, the stopping and starting, it really gets under your skin.
Mhm.
And for the Bell family, this wasn't just a one-off creepy night.
No, it wasn't. This was like the opening scene of this years-long nightmare. We know it today as the Bell Witch haunting.
Right. And it's really considered one of the most, maybe the most frightening and well-documented hauntings in American history. It's not just some campfire tale.
Definitely not. And that's what we're diving into today. We're going to unpack this incredible, frankly terrifying story of the Bell family.
Yeah, we'll pull out the most unsettling details, look at the really unexplainable stuff they went through.
And hopefully help you understand how this whole legend started and maybe why it still has such a powerful hold on us, even centuries later. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, okay, setting the scene, we need to go back, way back to 1804. There's this guy, John Bell,
Right.
and by all accounts, he was known for being hardworking, generous, a real community guy. He and his wife, Lucy, who sounds like she was just incredibly kind.
Yeah, gentle and sweet is how she's often described.
They apparently always had their door open. If neighbors were struggling, needed food, shelter, even cash, the Bells were there, a real pillar of the community, it sounds like.
Absolutely. And they decided their farm back in North Carolina just wasn't cutting it anymore for their growing family. They had 6 kids at this point.
So they packed up, and this was a huge undertaking, right?
Massive.
Yeah.
Over 600 miles west. They ended up settling on this huge 1,000-acre piece of land along the Red River that's in Robertson County, northern Tennessee.
And it was pretty rural, like wilderness almost.
Very much so. Largely undeveloped.
Yeah.
Their plan wasn't just a farm. It was basically to help build a town from scratch, which, tells you a lot about John Bell's character, his drive.
Yeah, builder's a good word. So
Yeah.
he clears the land, puts up this solid log house, 1.5 stories, near the river.
Nice spot, too. Already popular for fishing and things.
And because they picked a good spot and because they were just, good people, they quickly became super popular, really prosperous.
Mm-hmm. They had 3 more kids there in Tennessee. Older kids started getting married, building their own places nearby. It was, for quite a while, a really good life. Idyllic, almost.
Which makes what happens next just jarring.
Totally. So fast forward about 13 years. It's the summer of 1817. Things have been good. Then this first really weird thing happens.
Okay.
John Bell's out walking alone in his cornfield. And he sees what he first thinks is just, a big dog. But something's wrong. It's misshapen, way too big. Almost looks like a wolf, but not quite. And the way it stared at him,
Yeah.
he said it was a very human way. Just locked eyes, didn't break contact.
Okay, that's unnerving, especially for a guy who seems pretty grounded.
Exactly. He wasn't easily spooked, but this thing, it made him feel totally unsettled and a little bit panicked. His words.
So what did he do?
He did what you'd probably do back then. Raised his rifle, fired at it, it took off. But here's the kicker.
Let me guess, no trace.
Bingo. He walks over to where it was standing. No trampled corn. No paw prints in the dirt, coming or going. Nothing.
Wow.
So
Okay.
he tries to brush it off, right?
Yeah.
Tells himself, just some big, ugly dog and a missed shot. But looking back,
Hmm.
that seems to be where the real trouble began.
It's like that classic horror movie moment, isn't it? The one weird thing you dismiss before everything goes sideways.
Pretty much. And it wasn't long after that dog incident that the next thing started. Nightly knocking sounds
Ah.
on the outside walls of the house.
Knocking, like someone at the door.
More like on the walls themselves. It was clever. The moment they'd go to check one spot, it would stop and then start up again on a different side of the house.
Oh, so like it was moving around them, circling?
Exactly. Like something was circling them, almost playing games, taunting them.
So John thought it was a person doing it. A prank.
Yeah, he was convinced it was some local troublemaker. Not an animal this time. He actually told the family, keep quiet about this, let's try and catch them.
Makes sense. Ambush the prankster.
Right. But weeks turned into, well, more weeks. The knocking kept happening every night. He'd stake out the house, search the grounds, never found a soul, no footprints, nothing. Just the knocking.
That slow burn of something you can't explain must have been maddening.
Frustrating, unnerving. It's chipping away at their peace of mind. And then things shift. The activity moves from outside to inside, and it gets much, much scarier.
Okay, so when was this?
This is May 1818, so about a year after the weird dog thing, maybe a few months after the knocking started.
And this is where the kids come in? The gnawing sound.
This is it. 4 of the sons were asleep in their room. They wake up to that sound you mentioned earlier, this awful rat-like gnawing right on their wooden bedpost.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the second their feet hit the floor, it stops. Dead silent. They get back in bed.
And it starts again. Louder. More frantic.
Yes. Louder and more frantic, like something desperate trying to chew its way through. And again, just like the dog. Just like the knocking the church, find nothing. No teeth marks, no sawdust, no rat.
What kind of terror is that? It's so specific, so targeted at the kids, at their beds.
It feels incredibly intimate and invasive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it didn't stop there. On the 3rd night of this gnawing, it got worse.
How could it get worse?
New sounds started, coming from under their beds.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Gasping for air, choking sounds, gulping, someone smacking their lips, and even, like, clawing sounds on the underside of the beds.
That's beyond creepy. That's actively nightmarish, mimicking suffering right beneath them.
Absolutely. The boys were, understandably, completely terrified. They finally woke up the whole house. Everyone searches everywhere again.
Then again.
Nothing. No cause, no marks, no animal. It's like these horrifying sounds were just manifesting out of nowhere.
So up to now, the Bells had mostly kept this quiet, right? Because John didn't want people thinking they were crazy.
Pretty much. Fear of ridicule, plus John's initial hope of catching a prankster. But after this, with the kids unable to sleep, just perpetually scared, he knew they couldn't handle it alone anymore.
He had to reach out.
He did. He finally confided in a close neighbor, someone he trusted, known for being honest.
And the neighbor believed him.
He did, or at least he trusted John enough to agree to stay the night and see for himself.
And did he hear it?
Oh, he heard it all. The tapping, the gnawing, those horrible gasping, choking sounds, everything. He was apparently so freaked out he left right in the middle of the night, couldn't take it.
Wow. Okay, so that changes things, if a trusted outsider experiences it.
Exactly. Word got out fast after that. And, you know, the community, they really respected the Bells. They remembered all the family had done for the settlement.
So they didn't just mock them?
No, they rallied. People started volunteering to stay the night at the Bell house, partly for security, partly just to witness it and maybe try and scare off whoever or whatever it was.
Did having more people there help?
Not one bit. The noises, the phenomena, they continued every single night, no matter who was present. People tried to figure it out, of course.
What kind of theories did they have?
All sorts. Maybe the youngest daughter, Betsy, was faking it for attention. Maybe some family held a grudge against John Bell. Someone suggested a skilled ventriloquist was hiding somewhere.
A ventriloquist? Seriously?
Yeah, they were desperate for any rational explanation. But they searched the house constantly. Nothing. They even watched the family members while they slept. Confirmed, oh, nobody in the family was doing it.
So it was definitely something else. Something external, active, and completely baffling. What does that do to a whole town's psyche?
It must have been deeply unsettling. Everything they thought they knew about the world challenged. And while the community grappled with it, something really disturbing started happening to John Bell himself.
Yeah, you mentioned his health decline.
Visibly, dramatically. This normally strong, engaged man. He started having these spells. His eyes would sort of glaze over, his jaw would hang slack, and then these facial twitches started.
Twitches?
Yeah, minor at first, like around the eyes, but they got worse. His whole jaw would start to quiver, like uncontrollably. His eyes would blink totally out of sync. It sounds awful.
It sounds like his body was betraying him.
Almost certainly. And after these episodes, he'd just withdraw, go to his room, sit on the bed, stare at the wall for hours, wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink, just vacant.
Like he was being worn down from the inside out.
That's exactly how it seems. And he actually admitted it to Lucy, his wife, in private. He told her he felt like someone or something was torturing him to death.
Oh, man. That's heavy. And this brings us closer to the end, right? October 1820, 3 years into this hell.
Right. And around this time, one of his daughters, Esther, has this incredibly bizarre and terrifying encounter.
Okay, what happened?
She's outside, heading to the hen house, sees a woman down the road, walking towards their house, dressed all in black, head down.
Someone she knew.
She thought at first it might be a neighbor, but didn't quite recognize her. Anyway, Esther calls out a friendly hello. The woman just keeps walking. No reaction.
Okay, rude. Or weird.
Definitely weird. Esther gets a bit closer, calls out again. Still ignored. So Esther stops. And the moment she stops, the woman in black stops too, still facing away.
Oh, that's creepy, like she was waiting for her.
Feels like it. Then, the woman slowly takes off her bonnet, and her hair is just black and matted. But then, get this, she starts reaching up and tearing out clumps of her own hair.
What?
Yeah, pulling it out. And Esther said she could actually hear the ripping sound.
Oh my God, just standing there mutilating herself. What is that supposed to mean?
It's pure psychological terror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a horrifying spectacle designed to shock and frighten. And it worked. Esther freaked out, ran inside, locked the door.
I don't blame her.
She calls her sister to the window. They watch this woman keep ripping her hair out. Then the woman looks right at Esther through the window, just freezes, and slowly lowers her hands.
And then
She turns and walks around the side of the property. Esther and her sister race to a side window to keep watching.
Okay.
And they see the woman climb over their fence onto their land.
Okay.
And now there are 3 children with her, marching single file behind her. Kids they hadn't seen before.
Where did they come from?
No idea. The 4 of them walk into a small grove of trees on the Bell property. And one by one, they climb up the trees,
Up the trees?
up into the branches. And once they're all up there, they turn, face the sisters in the window, and start swaying their bodies back and forth, making the treetops bend and wave like crazy.
That is just beyond strange. Unnatural.
Completely. Esther's husband comes in then, looks out. But he can only see the trees swaying wildly. No figures. The 3 of them run outside to confront whatever it is.
And they were gone.
Vanished. No tracks, no sign they were ever there. Just the memory of that impossible, terrifying scene. It really shows how things were escalating, becoming more physical, more visual.
Yeah, moving way beyond just sounds. And then, not long after that incident with Esther, John Bell himself suffers a major physical attack.
Yeah, also in October 1820, he's out for a walk with one of his sons. Suddenly, John throws his hands up to his face. His whole body just twists into these horrible, grotesque angles. His back arches violently.
Like a seizure.
Or something else. It sounds like something else, something attacking him. And he lets out this horrifying shriek. His son tries to help him. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stops. He collapses. He's conscious, but he's on the ground, crying. And he says to his son, "I don't have much time left."
Oh, wow.
And
He knew.
It seems like he did. And this leads us to the final tragic event. December 19th, 1820, morning. John doesn't come down for breakfast.
They find him in bed.
They do. Unresponsive. Can't wake him. His son goes to the medicine cabinet to get his usual medicine. But it's gone.
Gone.
Replaced. In its place is this strange little glass vial filled with a smoky, dark liquid nobody in the family recognized.
No way. So something swapped his medicine.
That's the terrifying implication. They called a doctor, but he couldn't revive John either. The doctor suggested testing this weird liquid.
How?
They ended up forcing some of it down the throat of a stray cat. Within minutes, the cat was dead.
Oh my God, so it's poison.
Lethal poison.
Yeah.
John Bell died the next morning, December 20th. The family swore up and down they had no idea where that vial came from.
Implying the entity, the witch, murdered him.
That's certainly the legend. The discovery of that vial is maybe the single most chilling piece of the entire puzzle.
So after John died, did the haunting stop?
Mostly, yeah. The intense activity seemed to cease with his death. Though some reports lingered for years, people seeing strange lights floating around the property or hearing this odd, faint sing-song voice nearby.
And Lucy, his wife.
She stayed in that house, lived there until she passed away in 1838.
Wow. And the house itself.
It's long gone now. Nothing left of the original structure. But there is a cave on the land.
Yeah.
And some people still believe that cave might have been the source or maybe the hiding place of whatever tormented the Bell family for all those years.
Yeah.
It's part of the lingering legend.
What an absolutely harrowing story, from weird sounds to, well, physical assaults and death. The whole progression is just relentless.
Yeah, it really is. And the fact that so much of it was witnessed, documented by neighbors, by the community, not just the family, that gives it a weight that most ghost stories just don't have.
Absolutely. It's extraordinary, deeply unsettling.
So, thinking about this whole ordeal, especially the toll it took on John Bell, mentally and physically, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the limit of human endurance when faced with that kind of prolonged, inexplicable fear?
Yeah. How much can a person or a family take? And maybe also, what happens to a community when every logical explanation just fails, when you're confronted with something that seems impossible?
Does it force you to accept the unexplainable?
Yeah.
Or are you just left with this mystery you can never quite solve? It definitely leaves you thinking.